When we return to the Druid village, I'm sorry to say, poor Fiora gets kidnapped by the Harpy.
Such a sound.
Ah, Susan!
Fiora, no!
No, oh no, oh, that's so terrible. She's been kidnapped. Come on, Susan, a little girl's been kidnapped. Try to show a little more emotion. Well, let's talk to Marin. Hey, Marin.
Susan, did you hear that scream outside? Was it the Harpy again? What? She took away my dearest Fiora? Oh, gods. Susan, please, don't leave Fiora in trouble. Set off for the floating islands. The Harpy's nest is there. My old friend Braeloff the Blacksmith also lives there, on Anvil Peak. He will help you. To make him open the gates on the great metronome, you need to give a sign using fireworks. Unfortunately, we've run out of fireworks. By the way, our scouts have already reported that they saw 3 demons fleeing from the Dark Lands. I am confused, actually. Too many terrible events for one day. Let's free my granddaughter first.
Okay, it's kind of my fault that the other 3 monsters have escaped and now they're wreaking havoc. My bad. Sorry about that. Alright, I grabbed the nail polish from over here.
This is my alchemy table. I have everything I need to make potions here.
We'll make potions there much later on. Oh, and here's a manuscript about me fighting bad guys in a previous game. Cool. And I've got a candle and a magic basin. That's this thing.
This column is filled with mana. I use it to recharge magical items that are low on power.
Sounds good. And this?
This is a wood nymph statue. They say its tears have healing properties.
It's definitely crying a lot. Why did you make it so sad? We have an oil can here.
I have bits of this and that over here, but about the lever key, I lost it somewhere in the floating islands.
Oh, he lost the key. Marin's gonna need a scepter. The Harpy stole, like, Marin's magic staff or something like that. I think, yeah, I think that's it. So we're gonna have to save the magic staff. For now, I'm gonna use this candle, which I just picked up. I'm gonna put it inside here. That gives me some powder, some gunpowder. And we have a human figurine. Excellent, so we'll need that to activate this portal right here. This is a simple puzzle. Move the pieces left and right. So we move these 3 pieces to the left. I'm gonna move this piece right and this piece up. And then I'm moving these 3 pieces to the right. That clears a pathway for me to go straight up into the floating island area. Our first major task is going to be meeting this Braeloff guy, which means we have to get the fireworks. Whoa, whoa. Portals are so weird. Yeah, now we're floating high in the air. It's crazy times. Alright, so that's the Great Metronome. Ooh, that was kind of an important manuscript. I probably should have saved it. So, there is like, once a century, we have 1 hour where you can bring people back from the dead. If you stop the metronome. That's the story. We're going to be doing that much later on. Not right now, though. Let's see. We have this figurine. And we also have this figurine. Actually, that's an important figurine. Let's go back. Figurine's going to go over here, giving us this wind tube sock thingy. I'm going to tie the end to make it into a net. And back over here. I'm going to use the oil can I picked up from Marin's house to open this. And I use the net to pick up this. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fix this swing. I'm going to push it to smash that thing, the axe. So this reveals it's a soft metal, which means we can melt it and free the chain. So we need to melt the metal. That's our current goal. I also have these, which we'll get in like an hour, and these, which we'll get in like an hour, and a morphing object. Can't forget the morphing object on that screen. Let's go back to the Darklands. We are going to the volcanic crater. We're gonna put the stamp here. And Solidus, that's one of the monsters. Ooh, scary monster. The Core of Flames is an artifact created by dwarves. It's cold to the touch. If it's in an enclosed space, it heats up. So I'm gonna grab it and use it back on the floating islands. Use it right here. Just put it there. Cover it with dirt because that counts as an enclosed space. It turns really, really warm, melting this tin thing and giving us this pathway to the next island. This is chalk. So we're going to need that later on when we need the chalk. And this is a puzzle which we'll solve much later on. You need to find all 7 of the little trinkets here and put them in the spot. Alrighty, here's that giant metronome. There's a morphing object if I've ever seen one. And Braeloff, we are going to meet him. He is the dwarf blacksmith who works here. Need those broken blades. We're going to have Braeloff fix them and put them right here. So Braeloff left a message here saying, "Hey, Marin, long time no see. So I still need those fireworks. You're still going to have to show fireworks, otherwise you're not coming in here." And we get some rope. And I think we're going to zoom in here. That gives me the metronome tile and the tweezers. Let's go back to the Druid Valley. We're going to the Relic Repository. We're going to use the tweezers here. Yeah, this is such an interesting shaped box. I thought we were going to have a puzzle touching all the dots or something like that, but no, the puzzle is just use the tweezers there to get a firecracker. So let's see. This needs a powder flask. And it's also going to need a wick. So I take the rope, I dump it. Just dump the nail polish remover all over the rope. That's going to be a long wick for this cannon. Also, I want to put the fireworks inside. And here we go. Braeloff sees it and goes to get me stuff. Well, get Marin's stuff, but it is me. I'm gonna pick it up. Alright, so let's grab it here. It's inside there, and this is gonna be a difficult puzzle. This is a difficult puzzle. What you need to do is rotate all the various rings to get things where they're supposed to go. So I'm going to start with the right-hand side, but you can start with the left-hand side if you want. So on the right, I'm putting the butterfly into place. After the butterfly, we get the wolf, followed by the apples, followed by the hummingbird, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to rotate here on the left. I'm going to put the wolf into place. I rotate the right one. We need the apple, so I'm going to put the apple into place. Next is the hummingbird. I'm getting the hummingbird into place. And then, what was next? Flowers, deer, tree, and cloud. So, flower, deer, then tree, then cloud. And that's the entire right-hand side of the board. Completely done. It's all good. What are we going to do here on the left-hand side of the board? Well, we need to get shields here, and then this guy here, and gosh, let's see. Tell you what, we'll get this guy into this spot. So I'm going to move the guy over here to the right, and I'm going to swap the guy with this particular sword. So that way we've got shields, guy, fire, and then sword. Oop, let's swap sword over here because we want sword in the rotation. Yeah. And then next we're gonna need these things: horse, rose, and then horseshoes. So let's see. So, oh man, oh no, I'm getting confused here. Let me just try to get the rose into place. The rose is supposed to be where the wolf is now, so I'm gonna get the rose into place here. And then, look, we've got like, ooh, all these things here. Nope, the rose is supposed to be where the horseshoe is now. Okay, swap rose with horseshoe. And then the horseshoe is going to be directly above the shield, so horseshoe's going to go there. Yes. And then what did I say? This is going to have to go after the... Yeah, so I'm going to swap this with horse. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Check it out. Done. Sorry, I got a little confused there at the end. It was a little tough, but it's like... You just have to get all those various tokens into place in the correct order, so you have to think several steps ahead. Yeah. And here, let me show you like a slightly easier way to go about it, because that's a really difficult puzzle, and I know a lot of people have problems with that. There are similar puzzles in other games in this series. So here's maybe an easier way to go about the puzzle. Let's say your starting point is the butterfly, and what am I gonna do next? Well, I need to swap the apple with the tongs. So I'm gonna swap the apple with the tongs like this. And oh no, I've already forgotten what I'm supposed to do next. What do I do now? Well, instead of planning multiple steps in advance, what you can do is just rotate things back into place until butterfly's here and there's there. And I'm like, oh, I can clearly see the shields need to be swapped with the hummingbird. But what do I swap with the flower? Instead of like guessing or trying to count, I can just rotate things back into place and see, ah, well, now it's the burly man that needs to be swapped with the flower. Does that make sense? That's another way of doing the puzzle. Just constantly reset things. Constantly reset the wheel to your desired position to see what pieces still need to be swapped. Now, that's a lot longer, though. It takes a lot longer to actually do that. You have to do a lot more swaps, but some people think it's easier. It's a lot safer of a strategy. And hey, what do you know? We've got Braeloff.
Who are you? I expected to see Marin. Wait, you're Susan, the one and only. I never thought I'd meet you in the flesh. My name is Braeloff. Welcome to Anvil Peak. I can guess why you've come to our lands again. The Harpy, right? Yes, I recently saw her carrying more prey to her nest. If you want to get to the Harpy's lair, you need to walk the staircase between two mechanical windmills. The steps are powered by the energy generated by these windmills.
Oh, well, dude, we're already on that. We've got it. Here is the broken windmill blade thing.
I can fix those blades, but I'm running out of coal. Up here, it's a rare commodity. Go find me some coal, would you? Before my bin is completely empty.
All right, I'm gonna grab that and that. So there's the figurine and the morphing object.
I melt gold and forge steel here, among other things.
We'll solve puzzles there later on. Ooh, here's a thing. That's a manuscript.
I use the bellows to heat up the oven. Don't touch. There's no need just yet.
Let's see, we're gonna clean this off. Sorry, I'm looking at all this stuff, and most of it's for puzzles much later on.
A piece of magnetic ore, that's what it is. This was here long before my little forge.
Yeah, and here we also have another puzzle for much later on. Oh, we are very high up. I'm kind of scared now. But I grabbed the pole hook. That's the important thing. That's the item I was looking for. That's the item we actually need. We're going to use it over here in the Leprock tomb. We're going to use it to grab that coal. Excellent. So then we're going to take the coal back over here to Anvil Peak.
Oh, the most precious of fuels. Thank you. Here, your blades are ready.
Thank you. So the blades are going to go here. It's going to bring us a little closer to the Harpy's nest. See, it's creating a staircase. There's the Harpy's nest there in the distance. Let's see, I'm going to pull up this flower. It's a rose bush. And let's see, there is the morphing object. There is the trophy. We can't reach that. We're going to reach it at some point. And we're going to dig here in the dirt at some point to get the clay. And we have a hidden objects challenge, which we can solve right now, so let's do it. Grab these items right off the bat. We've got a bunch of items we can pick up. No puzzles protecting them. Now let's solve some puzzles. The crutch goes over here. That's going to drop a key into that spot. I'm going to look here. I'm going to put the puzzle piece into place, and I'm going to put all these puzzle pieces in. This is not too difficult of a puzzle. You can only put a piece where a circle is. That gives me the lever. Lever's for this puzzle. What we want to do is just rotate the pieces like so. So we're basically just doing a circle in all 4 of the corners. Like this. I'm just moving those 4 pieces in the corner, and I'm just moving them in a clockwise or counterclockwise. Doesn't matter which, really. But just move them clockwise. Here I'm doing it clockwise. So just move them in order to get the piece that has the edge in the center. And that's what you do. You just do that for all 4 of the blocks, all 4 of these groups in the 4 corners, and you're done. Alrighty, we're going to put the string here, and I'm going to use a nail puller to pull out this nail. This square key goes here. And the nail on the string goes here. And the key is going to open up this thing. That should give me an axe. Yes. The axe is going to go here. And this stone is going to go here. That gives me a mother figurine. I know I'm saying this a lot, but that's something we're going to be dealing with like an hour from now. It's a puzzle for over here, but after we've been over here, if that makes sense. So it's pretty far away. Let's finish this video by getting to the next island, which is the Harpies Hideout, as I indicated. So we're gonna pull the lever. We're gonna put these 4 things into place. And then let them go. I have no idea who invented this, but they must have used some very precise calculations in order to make a bridge. Wow, that is amazing.